Hi, everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of the SoCal Prep Report. I'm Rich Estrella. You know, me and Bob are on the radio every night, and the franchise is our radio show. We knew we were going to make that mistake.
It was going to happen.
Knew we were going to make that mistake, and it finally happened. Be done with it. Anyways, welcome to SoCal Prep Report. Rich Estrella, Bob Gibson. Happy you joined us. We are now at the semifinals of the CIF Southern Section playoffs. Around the country, they're playing in the state already. Some teams have already finished. But right now, we're going to go to basketball, Bob. We're going to talk a little bit about the bowl situation.
First, I think they want us to.
All right, okay. We got, of course, we have social media.
Right there on the bottom. Let's hit that
really quick. Go ahead, Bob.
Quick.
You hit that, Bob.
All right,
you know what all that is.
Facebook. They got Twitter right there. I think is Instagram and then YouTube.
Is this the roughest start we've ever had?
It might be.
It might be.
It might be.
All right, let's
talk about Bowl now.
Here's your boy Bowl now, Bob. It said today, Bowl just. You know, he put everything to rest. He could sleep at night because he said he's going to go to the University of Oregon over Kentucky, over Arizona.
I'm happy for Bowl. He finally knows where he wants to go to high school. It's not here. It's in Nevada, but that's okay. Now he knows where he wants to go to college. He's going to Eugene, Oregon. He's going to be a Duck. So it's all good for Bowl right now. He's 7'2". Some people say 7'3", depending on. He's probably still growing. And you know, this kid just moves so well for somebody his size. They're talking about him being a center. I don't know if he's a center. I think he's more of a power forward probably at the next level. But especially if he's going to become a professional, I think he's more of a 3-4 type player. But definitely not your prototypical center. But we'll see. But Bowl is still the top prospect on the West Coast, and it will remain that way. And now we know he's staying on the West Coast.
Well, Bob, we talked about it last week. How much did shoe companies involved in this thing? It was moving from modern day to heritage, or even from Kansas to modern day.
Right.
And now we find out today, this guy loves his shoes, man. He goes into Oregon, and what do they take him to? The Nike room, the Phil Knight room.
Of course.
The Phil Knight room. Can you believe it?
Who's the biggest donor to the University of Oregon? It's Phil Knight, of course.
Right.
So Nike sets you up for life. If you're a Duck, you're set up for life with Nike. So
listen, Bowl is so enamored with shoes, he lost his head. He's going to Oregon. It's just cut and dried. You got to wonder, Kentucky has all the, they have the third most championships. They're chasing UCLA, so forth and so on. But and then Arizona lost. They're not in the running simply because the FBI is investigating what's going on with the shoe money. Was there shoe money out there, Bob?
Maybe a little bit.
Your eyepiece coming out of your ear, man.
Is it? All right, I got to fix that.
You got to fix it. Your head's getting bigger, man. Yeah, they got to get a bigger cord for you.
I know, right?
All right.
All right, there we go.
Let's take a look at the Division I brackets in the CIF Southern Section.
Oh,
take a
look
look at football.
season.
Yeah, we're doing football right now, Bob.
Let's do football.
And we see Modern Day advances. They had a win, an easy victory over Long Beach Poly, 55-13. Lower bracket, Bosco, 55-28 over Rancho Cucamonga, and then Centennial Corona, 77-34 over Murrieta, Bob.
Don't forget now, Modern Day Mission Viejo, that's a big-time matchup, but I like the bottom end of that bracket because I think Modern Day takes care of Mission Viejo without any kind of problem on Friday night. That's the other one I'm a little more interested in. Bosco and Centennial. Everyone's going to say Centennial's the overwhelming favorite here. I'm picking Bosco to upset Centennial in that game. I'm taking a Modern Day Bosco final one more time.
Kiss of death for Bosco. I love hearing that because you kiss everybody every week, Bob. You kill somebody.
No.
All right, here's how this is going to play out. Mission Viejo has impressed me a lot in the playoffs. Number one, we found a school that can actually play in the Trinity League. They've already taken out Servite. They've taken out Orange Lutheran.
True.
Possibly Modern Day next. That's a possibility. This is Orange County Bob's last season.
Bob
Johnson.
Killer? Yeah, this is it. This is it for Bob Johnson. So whatever happens, this is the end of the road here.
He might have a few tricks up his sleeve.
You think he's got an upset win of the #1 team in the nation up his sleeve
no.
at this point?
I'm just kidding, man. Now Modern Day wins this game. Maybe 2 touchdowns, I think.
At least.
All right, let's move on to Division II. Take a look. By the way, I like Centennial over Bosco, by the way.
All right, we split on that one.
They scored 150 points last year between them, Bob.
Doesn't matter. I like what Bosco's doing better.
All right. So we got Upland Oaks Christian. Upland cracked the top 25 in the country this week, so there's something going on in Upland, Bob.
There is. I mean, Upland is just quietly and consistently just completely annihilated everybody this season in this division. And I don't see Oaks getting in the way at all. Upland, I think, continues on. And I like Valencia on the bottom of the bracket there.
Man, Valencia is just tough. Seattle played Norcal last week. They lost their 300-yard rusher. They put another guy, he gets 300 yards.
Upland Valencia is going to be a good. If that's the final, that's going to be one heck of a football.
Well, I got to ask you about Calabasas heritage. You know, Calabasas, getting all the recruits. They had all the players, and something must have happened because, Heritage of Romo Land, which probably has a population of about 800. just annihilates Calabasas. I mean, 42-7. I mean, it wasn't even close, Bob.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought that's the way this would end up, but this is a really good Heritage team. Heritage always seems to have a good school. It's one of those schools, right? They come from a small area, but they just always have so many good athletes there.
Also very surprised that Oaks Christian got the best of Edison in that second go-round, Bob, and they blew them out.
Yeah, it wasn't even much of a game. I don't know. Edison somehow, hit the bump or may have just finally hit the wall there. And it comes out. Oaks is sort of trending up, and Edison was sort of trending. I don't want to say down, but kind of flatlining a little bit. I think it was just Oaks is just kind of heading up right now. But they can't give Upland a run here.
Wow, this is Upland's division to lose.
It is, absolutely, without a doubt.
I think Upland could have played in Division 1 and done well.
Probably could have done okay.
Could have done well. All right, let's move on. Division 3 now, and have a look at what's going on over there. What's going on over there? Oh, that's right,
Charter Oak, Rancho Verde.
El Toro, St. Francis. Charter Oak just continues to impress. They take out Westlake, former world champion Westlake,
right.
Bob.
Yep, that's true. They took the belt.
Rancho Verde took down former world champion Hart, but Rancho Verde's been pretty good the last 3 or 4 years. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I took Hart in that game too. I was kind of disappointed to see Hart.
Here's what might be the rub of this whole thing. Look at El Toro right there. That's Orange County Bob's beginning right there.
That's exactly right.
El Toro.
El Toro.
All right, they're in the semis against St. Francis.
Don't forget they had that run. 5-6 years ago, El Toro had that run with the quarterback ended up at University of Utah, and El Toro's kind of coming back again. That's another one of those programs in South Orange County that every so often they get themselves a good crop of kids coming through. Let's face it, when they started building all those new schools in South Orange County, it really diluted the talent. You can't have a super team like Orange County Bob had years ago at El Toro.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
Nope.
All right, we're going to go to the high desert. There's a high desert out there. Low desert too, huh, Bob?
There's high, there's low.
Anyways,
let's go to the high
Carlos
desert.
Carlos Peña's been hanging out in the high desert all season. Let's go to Carlos with this report.
Hello, folks, and welcome to this week's SoCal Prep Report. I'm Carlos Peña, and I'm bringing you football from the high desert. Tonight, Silver Valley takes on Nogales. Let's take it to the action now. Opening first quarter action, and Silver Valley sends an immediate message to Nogales with this 100-yard kickoff return by number 2, Michael Marrero. Lillian Greenslate would make the point after, 7-0 Trojans. With less than a minute left in the second quarter, Silver Valley quarterback number 8, Anthony Brown, would fake the handoff to EJ and walk it in for an easy score. Middle of the fourth quarter, and Nogales takes a stand with his quarterback run by number 1, Joshua Lopez. Point after would take the score to 14-7 Silver Valley. Next possession by Nogales ends in a touchdown by number 1, Joshua Lopez. Score 14-14. With less than 5 minutes left in the game, Nogales' failed onside kick results in number 2, Michael Marrero, who would run it to the 10-yard line. That set up quarterback Anthony Brown for this run-in. Michael Marrero would complete the 2-point conversion, 22-14 Silver Valley. 3 minutes left in the game, and Nogales quarterback Joshua Lopez delivered a perfect pass to Andrew Garazo. 2-point conversion for them was good, 22-22, end of regulation time. Silver Valley up first, and Anthony Brown delivers a perfect rollout pass to Andre Youngblood. Lillian Greenslate's point after was good, 29-22 Silver Valley. Game's not over yet, as here comes Nogales. Handoff to Francisco Rivera as he dashes to the end zone, only to be stopped by Joseph Thomas. Nogales' Joseph Lopez, determined, takes off on a run to nowhere as Itero Anes stops him cold. Pressure mounts as Nogales down to their last try, and Joshua Lopez again delivers. Touchdown Nogales, 29-29. Second overtime, Nogales with the ball first this time. First attempt for Nogales goes to a loss of valuable yards to Itero Anes. Nogales quarterback is flushed out by Itero and company as he rolls out and attempts a pass to the end zone. Another chance for Nogales as they scramble for breathing room, only to be stopped again by the Trojan defense. Final attempt, all or nothing for Nogales as Joshua Lopez desperately looks and finds the receiver, but Silver Valley's Bishop Williams makes the tackle of the game, stopping him 1 yard short of the first down. Silver Valley wastes no time as Anthony Brown took to the air and found Andre Youngblood. Silver Valley within Lillian Greenslate's distance now. On the very next play, Silver Valley calls on the one and only Itero E.J. Ane as he gets the ball and runs it in for the score and win. Silver Valley upsets the heavily favored Nogales Nobles. Silver Valley will now take on La Quinta to see who goes to the big show. Other high desert playoff scores to look at. Division 8, Silverado 35, Garden Grove 20. Silverado will now host Grace Brethren. Division 9, Burroughs 32, St. Anthony 7. Burroughs will travel to meet Mayfair. Division 10, Apple Valley 59, Montebello 28. Next up for Apple Valley, Quartz Hill at home. And finally, Division 12, Big Bear 42, Patriot 14. Big Bear will once again lumber down the mountain. They will meet Santa Ana, the favorite. Rich Bob, that concludes this week's exciting playoff games from the high desert. Back to you guys in that cozy studio of yours.
Oh, yes, indeed. Carlos, don't forget,
right.
Senor Peña, you owe us coffee still, man.
That's right. No jackets needed here.
No jackets, Carlos. We're doing
good.
great out here, man. Thanks for noticing. He had his parka on and everything. His hand was shaking. He was all
Freezing
cold
out there, right?
Yeah, he didn't want to have to be on that camera too long. All right. By the way, is it the Big Bear game? I think it's at it's in Big Bear.
You know, it's funny. I read earlier in the week that it was in Santa Ana. Now I'm reading somewhere else. It's in Big Bear. So
it's Big Bear's game, man.
right, we got to figure that out.
I'm going up the mountain to see that
We got to
game.
figure that out. It's
It's at Big Bear Middle School, by the way.
Supposedly it says Big Bear Middle School, 1:30 p.m. kickoff.
That's right. If you're going to go up there, don't be late. 1:30
there you
kickoff.
go.
You don't want to get up there at 5 o'clock finding out the game's already over.
Well, you don't need to come back down the mountain in
Thinking
the dark either.
yeah,
so,
7 o'clock game,
School buses
man.
coming back down in the dark.
And there's no skiing right now, so I don't know what you're going to do up there. So remember, 1:30 game.
You're going
all
to
right?
watch football is what you're
All
gonna
right,
do.
let's kick the brackets up again.
All right.
Division 4 now. Is that where we're at, Bob?
Yeah, I
Division
like
4?
this bracket.
All right,
I
why
this
do you like it
bracket
so
a lot.
much, man? What's there to like here? Oh, you got
Downey.
Capo Valley, Downey, Marist. All right, I got it.
I like Downey here. I like Downey to pull off the upset over Capo Valley.
Don't say that, Bob. You
Why?
are a jinx, brother.
Why?
Because you said last week Corona Del Mar was going to be Downey. I said,
did
no,
say that.
Downey's going to win.
I did say that,
You
but
did,
see-
and they lost. Now you're going to jinx Downey. Now
Now-
Capo's going to win. You're screwing up the bracket.
Look, Downey upset CDM. Now I got to roll with Downey. Got to keep rolling with Downey, the team that brought you
You
here.
weren't rolling with them, though.
But I
was
am
rolling
now.
with them. I can't roll with them now because you're rolling.
You got Cajun, Cajon.
Yeah.
Trust us, that's funny.
Yeah, that is funny. Yeah. A lot of this stuff's funny. You
At
just
the
don't
bottom
know.
of the bracket there. But Murrieta Mesa, I think, should be able to side.
Absolutely.
Downey, Murrieta Mesa.
Downey's
in that
good.
bracket right
Coach
there.
Jack Williams, he's
He's
won a
fine.
few CIF championships already, man. And this guy knows what's going on. Also won one as a player, so he's something else. All right, Division 5. Let's have a look. There's your boys, Pericletti, still
Yep.
in it there, Bob. We know it's Periclete, but Pericletti's a lot funnier. So we'll go Pericletti, going to Paloma Valley.
Look at Paramount.
Ah, that's right, huh?
Paramount right at the bottom of the
All right,
Paramount
so let's take a
Moore
look
Park.
at the Moore Park Lawndale game, and here we see some highlights from there. Yes, and of course Lawndale had a great season, Bob. Nobody could take it away from them. They're still undefeated. They're still rolling, putting up lots of points, tons of points.
Well, that's the name of the game.
Okay. All right. By the way, guys, my IFB is loud and clear, man.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Bob, I'd like to narrate, guys in the truck, man. The IFB's hot right now.
We're
Thank
hearing
you.
everything in our ears.
Do you
go,
know
thank
that? That's pretty funny.
Oh.
Hope none of that got on the camera. Anyways, I tell you what, Lawndale has nothing to hang their heads at. That's a tiny area, tiny school.
Right.
Moore Park came in, took care of business. That's what they do. All right. But now they got to play Paramount from the San Gabriel Valley. That's when Paramount won the league, and the second place finisher was Downey.
Yeah.
So that tells you how competitive that league
That's
is.
a really good league out there.
And Paramount Moore Park's going to be a good game. I'm going to tell you right now, both of them could put up points. Paramount's got a lot more athleticism, though, man. But it's a matter if Moore Park can contain it. Because if they can't contain it, it's over.
But this division is Pericles to lose. We talked about
Pericletti,
it
my
earlier.
brother.
Oh, sorry, Pericletti. You're
Thank you.
absolutely right. It's Pericles to lose right here.
All right, let's go on Division 6. We got a long way to go, folks.
You're right.
All right,
Halfway
Bishop
there.
Diego, San Marino. What a game. But San Marino couldn't hang. What is it? Bishop Diego 59, San Marino 20. Almost hung 60 on them. Nobody hangs 60 on San Marino.
And then Saugus ekes
Nobody.
out the 1-point win over St. Paul, 28-27.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by that score. I thought St. Paul might be able to get back in. Bob.
I agree. I thought
know.
this would be St. Paul's game here to win, but give Saugus a lot of credit. It's all about momentum at this time of the year. It really is about who's got the momentum.
True.
And that's why I think you have to start looking at teams that aren't the overwhelming favorite in the division. You got to start looking at who's building momentum throughout these weeks. And
Well,
right
too,
now,
but-
Saugus is one of those teams.
St. Paul's got like, what, 300 students in it, though, man.
yeah,
That's a tiny
it's
school,
tiny,
man.
it is.
Saugus is big. Very
Right,
big. It's the only high school out there.
David and Goliath type stuff here.
What are you going to do? Good game, though. 1 point. 1 point game. St. Paul has nothing to hang their heads about. Again, we talked about Maricosa, Canyon Country game. Maricosa is very tough in the South Bay every year. They're tough year in and year out in the playoffs. This year's no different. Bob.
Funny, teams that are usually like volleyball schools, Maricosa is a volleyball
Yep.
school, right? They usually
Yep.
aren't good football schools. Maricosa goes against that trend. Maricosa is a really good football school and an excellent volleyball school. Who knew?
All right, and let's continue on. Hey, Bob, I don't know what I got here, man. You've been messing with my notes today?
No.
All right, let's take it out now.
Division 7.
Fountain Valley, Golden Valley, of course,
Yeah, right.
mixing
The
it
Battle
up.
of the Valleys there.
Unbelievable, huh?
The Battle of the Valleys in there.
Was that right?
Golden Valley.
All right.
Golden Valley ended up with the win.
They're moving on. All right, let's continue on. Are we going to Division 6, or are we going to take the city section now and have a look at the city stuff, guys? City section. All right, let's go to the city section real quick.
Hear from Randy.
Check in with Mr. Randy Rosenbloom, Mr. City Section. Randy, what's up? All right.
We start with the Open Division quarterfinals in football in the city section, where Narbonne beat San Pedro 48-14. They played them during the regular season and beat them by 50, and they dominate again behind Jamar Jefferson's 172 yards and 4 touchdowns. A great game. Fairfax and Birmingham. We knew going in this 4-5 matchup would be terrific. Fairfax gets a touchdown from Darrell Carrington in the waning seconds and wins the football game. How about Carson over Venice in another quarterfinal, 31-7. Denalian Fumaono was wonderful on defense for the Colts. 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery. And Crenshaw dominates Banning to the tune of 61-13. In the semifinals, Narbonne, the top seed, will take on Fairfax, and it'll be Carson and Crenshaw in the 2-3 game. Let's turn our attention to Division 1, where San Fernando showed everyone why they're ranked number 1. Doing a number on our lead of 54-0. Running back Trevor Gill, 170 yards and 4 scores. Garfield, 36. El Camino Real, 7. Every year, Lorenzo Hernandez has that Bulldog team ready to go come tournament time. Southgate, 45. Westchester, 21. The Rams can score the football as well. They're another team out of the Eastern League. Like that fine team from Garfield, that's still going strong. And Dorsey over Palisades, 42-28. Charles Mincy scores 3 touchdowns. Fine running back. How about this? Deion Bascom, 105-yard interception touchdown score for the Dons. It'll be Garfield at San Fernando and Dorsey at Southgate. In D2, Eagle Rock scores 70-0 over Southeast. Of course, their quarterback Davey Stone has thrown for 2,755 yards this year and 29 touchdowns. Cleveland 47, University 21. This is a good Cleveland team, kind of going under the radar. And Granada Hills gets by Reseda, ends the career of the great Jelani Ellison, 16-13. The other game in that division had Huntington Park winning 32-9. That's some revenge. So it'll be Cleveland at Eagle Rock and Granada Hills at Huntington Park in the semifinals. In D3, Monroe surprises Santee in overtime, 34-33. The Vikings lost their last regular season game to Poly, but they've been good in the playoffs. Verdugo, a high-scoring offense, does a number on Torres, 43-13. Marshall over Kennedy, 37-21. And Locke and their terrific defense shuts down Wilson, 26-14. It'll be Verdugo against Monroe. They battled in the East Valley League during the regular season, and Verdugo won handily there, 40-15, so they'll meet again. And in the other semifinal, Marshall has a 9-3 record against Locke, who is 10-2. Marshall's got a great quarterback in Daniel Soto. The Saints, by the way, obviously are a very good defensive team. They have 5 shutouts. Let's talk some 8-man football, where Animal Robinson wins its 2nd championship in 8-man football in 3 years over Sherman Oaks, 34-20. Sergio Landa, the big story there, 10 tackles from his linebacking position, including 2 sacks. On offense, he catches a touchdown pass as part of that 34-point outburst. And congratulations to Animal Robinson. Alex Leda is your City Girls Volleyball Player of the Year. The junior outside hitter for the Dolphins helped the Dolphins finish runner-up in the city section this year to Granada Hills. And Granada Hills, their head coach, Tom Harp, the venerable one, is your City Coach of the Year. Should be a great year, by the way. Next season in girls volleyball, many of the top stars return in the section. All right, let's go back to our guys, the lovable ones, the lovable twins, Rich and Bob.
Well, thanks, Randy. Really appreciate that. Twins,
Man,
huh?
I guess, man.
All right, man.
I don't know.
Fraternal, right? Not identical. Are we going to Division 7 now? Let's do it. Pull it on up. Okay, Bob, you know, we talk about the way they structure the playoffs now, how
Right.
you might travel 300 miles for your first game.
That's true.
Everybody's playing everybody now, all right? And this is one of those divisions where, man, there's just no doubt who the best teams are. Burbank, of course, taking on South Hills last week, winning by 12, 42-30. Wasn't even that close. Don Lugo, 41, Yorba Linda, 24. The only close one was St. Margaret's 34, Fullerton 28 again, not as close as the score would indicate. And El Medina, your boy Scott, 35,
right.
and Diamond Ranch 7. So there's no doubt, who the best teams are going in. Your
Scott's Cinderella
semifinal.
story is still alive here.
Yep, your semifinal.
Medina.
Burbank, Don Lugo, St. Margaret's, Elmo.
Burbank keeps bucking the odds here, man. Burbank
Yeah.
just keeps moving on. I told you. What did I tell you? Find the team with momentum. Burbank, El Medina will be the
Why does Burbank feel like a city section school? Man?
Right?
They do.
It does.
Yeah, they're up there. They're all by themselves up there on, halfway out of LA. All right, let's continue on. Let's go to Division 8 now. Have a look around and see what's doing. Who's in Division 8, Bob?
We got Silverado.
Quite a few teams still alive.
Grace Brethren. Grace Brethren from Simi Valley. So you got a Simi Valley school and a school from Victorville. You're right. You
Wow.
talk about,
Yeah. And here's another thing. You got Grace Brethren. I can't imagine they got too many kids in that school.
No.
And of course, I know Valley Christian has had more than about 500. Then you got Milliken with 5,000 kids in that school.
Right.
As big as some cities around here, and they're in this division, and they still can't win it. Last week, Grace Brethren took it to them, man. I can't believe it. 29-22.
This is still Rio Mesa, though. Rio Mesa out of Oxnard. They're a power every year.
Go ahead, Bob. Pick them because they're going to fall.
Did I take Kaiser in the upset last week, and that didn't happen
I'm not
either.
sure about that.
Every team I pick, man.
Yeah,
It's
you're
not-
right.
If I pick you this week, I'm sorry.
You already kissed the death after. Just pick everybody, Bob.
That's it. They all
Give
win.
them all a fair
ties.
fair
Everybody
shot at dying
ties. No more
this
ties
week.
anymore.
All right, Division 9. Let's keep it rolling. Well, we run out of time like usual. And this is an interesting one because it just is, all right? Aquinas beating Moreno Valley. I mean, those guys are as far apart as you can get. And then you got Cypress going all the way into Palm Desert for this win. Mayfair, Woodbridge, and of course St. Anthony and Burroughs. So now you have Aquinas, Cypress, Mayfair, Burroughs. And the funny thing is all this and Mayfair and Cypress are about 3 miles apart.
Right. And what a matchup that would be if that's how it ends up. Cypress upsetting Palm Desert. I mean, I'm telling you, again, Cypress, the Centurions have the momentum going in. Why do I keep mentioning that word? Momentum. Keep it going, because once teams start believing in themselves this time of year, it's tough to derail them. It takes a special team to derail a little bit of an underdog with that kind of momentum going through.
All right, I'm not sure where we're going next. We're going to continue on, or are we going to go to the video?
D10?
All right, I guess we're going to go to 10. Let's go to D10. We got to look at that video of that punt today.
That's
over the
something
weekend.
else, too. That's
All right, Division 10. Here we go, man. Apple Valley, decisively 59-28 over Montebello. Quartz Hill 36, Grand Terrace 13. Valley View 59, Pacifica 28. Man, Pacifica was rolling too in Garden Grove. Dos Pueblos 35, Gar 28. Yeah, very surprised that they got past Gar. But let's look at the semifinalists: Apple Valley, Quartz Hill, Valley View, Dos Pueblos. So basically, Quartz Hill's up in they're up in Lancaster, Palmdale.
Right.
You got Apple Valley out in San Bernardino, right, on the way to Vegas. And then you have Valley View is in Riverside, and then Dos Pueblos is out in Goleta.
Goleta, yes.
I mean, you couldn't get further apart, man.
This is one of those four corners semifinals here.
Man,
everybody's traveling here.
I don't want to be getting the travel bill, man, for these schools.
Those bus drivers, God bless them, man.
I don't know. These schools are so far out of our geographical area, and the only one that could probably answer this is Peña, and you probably already did in the piece, but I know you weren't listening, Bob.
No, I was
Neither
glued,
was I,
man.
to be honest with you. But anyways, that's where we're at on this. All right, now we're going to go to our typical human interest story or sports interest or whatever you want to call it this week. And this week, you're not going to believe this punt. This ball, there's a ghost down there. Now watch this ball. This ball is going to roll after it hits the ground over 50 yards. Now it should die right there, Bob.
That should have been it right
There's
about
gotta
the
be
40. Right at the 40, that should have been it.
This ball is going to roll an extra. Look at this.
Look at these guys know this too.
What the heck
These guys
is going
know this
on?
ball's going to roll.
There's got to be a motor in that ball. The field's got to be tilted.
Look at them like windmill, right? Wind machines. Keep going, keep going.
Now, we talked about how at Sunny Hills, how one side of the basketball court is 2 inches taller than the other, where the basket is. We're talking about there during the break. So, attention, coaches out there and sports editors, you better check that
Someone's
out.
got to get a level out here on this football field and figure it out.
Unbelievable
Look where this
how
thing
far
finally
that
ends.
ball rolled, Bob. Unbelievable.
Down inside the 10-yard line.
I can't believe that.
What was that, an 82-yard punt?
Look where it hits dead. Look where it should land. It
Right.
should stop right there, but okay. They
It should have
stopped
stopped
us.
at the 40, and it
Yeah.
went inside the 10.
I really never seen anything like that. Neither has Bob.
That's-
And I'm going to tell you, I have kicked a couple of 70-yard punts. I have done that. It was
you?
Madden. It was
Oh,
Madden.
okay.
But
All
I
right, good
still
enough.
did it. I was at the controls.
Good enough.
All right, let's take a look at the national top 10 real quick. Look at the national top 10 picture, Bob. And, of course, it's all SoCal, man. Modern Day, number 1. Corona Centennial, number 2. You got American Heritage, Florida, number 3. Bosco, number 4, followed by Allen, Texas. Bishop Gorman of Nevada. Bingham, Utah just won the Utah State Championship,
Good
baby.
for
They
them.
went 13-0.
Good for them.
The problem with them in this poll is they didn't leave the state of Utah to play anybody like Bishop Gorman, like Modern Day, like Corona Centennial, and Bosco, and that's why Bingham's going to probably get stuck there. And look at St. Francis Academy in Maryland, Bob. That's where you went, right?
That's right. That's my high school.
And that's why they're in there. I think they're a terrible high school. They're only in there because Bob went there, so let's move on. Got St. Louis of Hawaii. I think they won their state title game last night.
I believe they did, yes.
It's an 8-island affair out there, man. And then Mission Viejo in the
look at
top
those.
10. Forgot to put California on there, bud. So we have 1, 2, 3, got 4 teams in the top 10. The national championship goes to Southern California once again.
3 of the top 5, 4 of the top 10. Absolutely, Southern California. This is, don't let anybody tell you any different. It's not Texas, it's not Georgia, it's not Florida.
Hasn't
it's
been
nowhere
for a while.
else. It's Southern California where all the best football is played. Check the rosters of the great college teams out there. Most of the kids coming from Southern California.
Absolutely. All right, I think they're telling us to go to Division 11, Bob.
All right,
How
we'll go
rude.
to-
We
we'll
weren't
go to
even
D11.
done, man. We
Catella.
weren't
I wanna talk
started
about
on that,
Catella.
man. Jeez. All right, Bob, let's take a look. Culver City 45, Coachella Valley 27. Unbelievable score there. Covina 42, Westminster 28. Catella, who's coming on late, 41-35 over Arcadia. And then, of course, Rancho Mirage 27, Arroyo 21 of El Monte. So now you got Rancho Mirage taking on Catella. So it's Anaheim, Rancho Mirage, and then Covina, Culver City. All good games, man. Every one of those is going to be good.
Catella all the way through. I'm taking
All
Catella.
right, now we're going to go to Division 12 and take a look real quick. Where was Santa Maria over Shore 42-21, South Elmo 42, Rancho Christian 35, Big Bear 42, Patriot 14. Big Bear 42, Bob.
Right?
They're not tired yet. Those Bears are still running,
those
brother.
Bears are still going strong. And the battle is Santa Ana.
Yep.
Down there in the bottom. Santa Ana and Godinez.
Yeah.
And Santa Ana takes out
39-6.
Godinez.
Yeah.
Another team making a big run here, Santa Ana High School.
Okay, so let's see the semifinals once again. Santa Maria going up against South El Monte, Santa Ana, Big Bear. My money's on Big Bear. It's been on Big Bear all season, Bob.
Taking
You know
Big
that.
Bear? I got to take Santa Ana in the upset.
You know it's been there.
I'm
all
taking
season.
Santa Ana in the upset.
All right, we're going to, what is it, bracket 13 now? Is that where we're at now?
13, lucky 13.
Yes, we are. Lucky number 13. Thanks for pointing that out, Bob. You would do something like that. Okay.
Orange.
Take it away, Bobby. What happened with these games last week?
Okay, Orange has not played, I don't think, a meaningful football game in probably 35 years. Orange High School is making a run. It's great. It's just great to see a school like that.
Yeah,
It hasn't
you like
really
that,
done
huh?
anything on the football field in a long time. Make a run like this. So good luck to the Orange Panthers against Santa Clara, the other end of the bracket. What do we got there? La Quinta
Silver
and
Valley,
Silver
baby.
Valley.
Yep.
Where the heck is Silver Valley?
It's in Yermo, my brother.
I know where Yermo
way
is.
down
That
there,
I do
bro.
know. You
way
got it.
down there.
Yeah,
You know, Orange has got to travel. La Quinta's got to travel. Santa.
Yep.
Can you imagine going from Santa Clara to Yermo? Seriously, you know what your Uber bill would be?
Yeah, right.
Astronomical.
You'd be paying some big time money on that one.
A lot of these knuckleheads would pay it
time
in minor league baseball.
money.
All right, once again, join the SoCal Prep Report. There's our social media. Get us on Facebook, Twitter.
Twitter.
What was that one, Bob?
That one's Instagram.
There you go, Instagram.
And all the way over there.
The red one.
YouTube.
YouTube. All right, you all know what that is. Just get on it, check us out. Let's have some fun. Got a lot of stuff coming up. Semifinals this weekend. Get out and see a game. I'll probably be up in Big Bear, Bob. 1 o'clock. I can go to bed early. All right.
Hey, perfect. Nothing better than a playoff game
All right,
under
Bob.
the sun.
I'm going for a
love
field
it.
goal.
Here it
Allison,
goes.
you better catch this, baby. I'm telling you right now. Here we go.
CIF winner right there.
I don't want to break nothing. I got to pooch that, man. See you guys next week. Thanks for joining us on the SoCal Prep Report. On behalf of Bob Gibson, I'm Rich Estrella. So long, everybody.